Welcome, welcome, welcome to Dropping a Morning Log with Jivko.
Hello. Looks like today I'm taking a drive here on the highway and I'm going to record for a little bit. Let's talk about people throwing their trash into other people's dumpsters. Generally speaking, I think it's fine. And I understand that I guess all the trash is going to the same sort of place, aka the ocean. But come on, man. Don't be throwing out some weird shit in someone else's trash can and then expect it to be picked up. It's just fucking weird. The other day, someone left a garbage out and there was just like tomatoes and like other produce and shit. And of course, literally that exact same night, there must have been some animals that went through it, because the very next morning there was literally produce everywhere along the street and the curb and the grass just around the area where this trash pile was. And it wasn't even like a put out on a day that, trash is picked up. That thing literally sat there for like 4 nights. It was just not the most opportune thing for, to happen, I guess. It was very silly. And I want to say to people who are thinking about throwing their trash in other people's shit, go ahead and do it. Except if it's already picked up, then don't do it, because then the people who actually wanted their trash thrown out look in there and then they're like, what the fuck is this shit? And they're like, oh great, looks like my trash didn't get picked up because of some asshole that threw some weird shit in there. Anyway, so long story short, some asshole did that today. I'm not too fond of that event occurring. So now I had to go ahead and bag that shit up. I don't know, it's fucking weird. But really, man, where do you think all that trash ends up? Allegedly, for a long time, China was buying it. I don't know if they were buying it or it was just shipped there. They're trying to probably do what Amazon is doing now with our data. Fucking mine data, aka mine our garbage. Don't understand it. But I think the weirdest part is that when you throw something out and you slip it into a plastic bag, like that thing is a time capsule. And like, can you imagine like all the absolutely disgusting shit that is in garbage bags that people put in there? Like, we are legitimately due for like some weird crazy shit to happen. Not only are we due for like some weird disease to come out from nowhere, from like all this ice melting. Like, I guess there's already some brand new diseases and things that doctors are finding, or not doctors, scientists are finding, that is like legitimately concerning stuff. But also, yeah, like we're not too far away from some crazy apocalyptic disease like coming upon us, probably from some like dirty diaper that's been stashed away somewhere in a landfill, I don't know, like 200 years ago or something like that. Like, what is the oldest thing that has ever been put in a landfill? That's my question. And like, when were landfills started? Considering there's shit everywhere in the ocean, and like from the Marianas Trench all the way up till, which is like the deepest part on the earth, all the way up until like the highest mountains of the planet, there's plastics and just like random ass pollution. Like, because that's the case already, I want to say like landfills have been circulating for years and years. Like, there's no way they haven't. And I feel like just started recycling, I don't know, like a few decades ago at the very most. Like, actually, like legitimately recycling with actual concern in mind. So, I don't know, it kind of bothers me that is the case. And the problem is I'm adding to it. Like, yes, it bothers me, but at the same time, I'm also a consumer of products, and I try to make sure that everything is, completely recycled as much as possible. And then, like, unfortunately, I don't compost or anything like that. Like, it would be nice to do that and to get into a lot of other wasteless habits. But unfortunately, I mean, I pretty much do the same as everyone else, where I'm trying to minimize my waste as much as possible. It's not to say that, it's going to be completely eliminated, but I don't know, I want to say like my household probably goes through like one garbage bag a week at the very most. Maybe a garbage can or a garbage bag and a half, which is, I don't know, what is it, like 13 gallons worth of trash? I don't know, it's fucking very bizarre. It's probably a lot, like, considering, like, if you really consider it, that just sounds like a ton of waste. It's hard. I probably sound like a 21st century baby by kind of like crying and moping about it, but the thing is, I'm adding to the problem as well. I don't drive a hybrid car. My exhaust fumes are there, but you know what? There's a lot of countries that legitimately don't have like any sort of repercussions for giant factories that are just like billowing like giant thick smoke somewhere. And like, I'm also not BP oil line leaking into the ocean continuously. I'm also not like a ton of other things that are creating so much more damage, but technically speaking, I'm also not helping those causes either. I don't know, maybe me just talking about it would make me in the future like help me be more conscious, maybe. Just bringing it up to myself, even not only you people, but it's important in my mind to talk about things that aren't usually talked about. And I mean, there's plenty of people who have talked about this shit before, but it doesn't change. Like, something has to be done about these items. There's a world being filled up not only with humans, with more and more humans each year and week and day, but all those humans create, we're living in a consumerism economy where we just consume products and we just throw a bunch of that shit away as well. There's a lot of stuff that is being wasted instead of fixed. It's like everyone's in the mindset of, instead of repairing something, let's just get a new one and donate the old or throw it away or whatever. At least I'm a big proponent of donating things. And I'm sure to an extent, even like the places where you're able to donate, like Goodwill or Savers or Salvation Army or any of those locations, like they throw out a lot of that shit. Like, I get that. But at the same time, I make sure that the things that I'm donating isn't like utter dog shit and is actually usable to some degree and all this stuff. So I don't know. I think that the situation can definitely be improved on, and I'm really rooting for humanity to more or less kind of just start being a little more conscious of it here and there until they create like a legitimate pattern of, like a habit. It's all about habits that you form, and you have to strive every day to form good habits, and it doesn't happen overnight, but you have to work every day a little bit at it. So I'm really hoping that me discussing this today is actually, doing some sort of justice for the world, because maybe a lot of people feel like me and want to do better, and there are plenty of ways to improve on the way you're doing things. The best way of going about improving on things is improving in your own home, improving things for yourself, and then branching out from there once you've got everything on lock. So anyway, hope this helped somehow, and till next time. be more conscious, take steps toward cleaning up after yourself and waste less, and that's that. All right. Later, peeps.